Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world today. My name is Adrian Hinrichsen, and I'm the Senior Vice President here for Business Development AR at Nextech AR Solutions. Today, we're going to be really talking about how we believe we're disrupting e-commerce with our latest tech, 3D AI. So without further ado, I'm going to play a video that's going to give you a little bit of insight into the technology that we're essentially bringing to the market, and then I'll kind of deep dive into that a little bit more with you as well. So as you can see there's obviously a little bit of a snippet about what we actually do here at Nextech. Apologies if there wasn't any sound coming through on the video. So essentially what we have is a next generation proprietary patented AI technology, and we call it the Augmented Reality Management System. It's our ARM system. And our vision is really about how are we able to deploy this into the e-commerce ecosystem and environment. We know that e-commerce really hasn't been disrupted for about 20 to 25 years since its inauguration. Yes, payment gateways have got faster. The ability to actually now log in with 2G, 3G, 5G, and essentially shop on the go has bettered. But when we take actual e-commerce sites themselves, it's a very flat experience. 2D pictures, videos, testimonials, peer-to-peer reviews. What is happening really now is there's a shift. It's a pivotal moment in e-commerce that has been really taking place over the last 12 to 18 months. Huge conglomerate organizations that are really realizing the power of augmented reality and what it's actually effectively doing for the shopping experience has become to the front of everyone's imagination. So our mission is really about how we can embrace Nextech AR as a technology partner. We're looking to really streamline that customer journey from desktop to mobile. We're looking at how augmented reality can essentially help increase sales, help reduce customer returns, and essentially help with customer service, logistics, and a better UX experience. Combined, those KPIs really help product profitability via the less returns and uplift in sales. But as organizations who are running e-commerce environments, they are key KPIs that are integral to their bottom line and to their business. So our company is relatively new. We are a startup company. We're around 3.5 to 4 years old, started by Evan Gappel, who had a vision. His vision is really essentially AR is needed in e-commerce. AR is needed in commerce with some of our clients that I can show you here today. We're working with the likes of Kohl's, Pier 1, Lighting Plus, Walmart, Wayfair, Intel, Target. And a lot of these clients realize that the importance of AR in e-commerce is this. We know from statistics from our own products being live in ecosystems and e-commerce clients, as well as market statistics from the likes of Shopify or House, that 56% of shoppers buy with more confidence with the use of augmented reality. Sales increase between 4 to 12%. Now that's a huge uplift. Why is that happening? Well, essentially, having the ability to load a 3D object or an augmented reality asset in your space, it goes back to the confidence of shoppers who have 56% more confidence. So that's really kind of transitioning into the sales lifting by 4 to 12%. Now, here's a big one, returns. We know that the current returns are currently 550 billion. This is an industry problem in e-commerce. This goes from appliance clients who are essentially delivering appliances, but the product isn't fitting in the space, to shoe clients who we've spoken to where their customers are ordering 3 pairs of shoes and essentially sending 2 back because the one that they're actually looking to buy. So what does this mean? With the use of AR in e-commerce, it's really about essentially tackling these areas, increasing the sales, decreasing returns, and essentially offering that better UX. So really, our secret sauce, okay, as a company as Nextech AR, is not that AR, augmented reality or 3D objects hasn't been around in e-commerce. It has. Essentially what we're doing is we're being able to ramp up at scale. So now we have the ability with our augmented reality management system and our patented AI technology, we can actually generate nearly 2,000 to 3,000 assets per week simply by scraping the user's page from a URL, taking that product data from the PDP page, 2D images on that PDP page. If there's 2, 3, or 4 of those images, it collates all the information, takes it into our system, and generates the 3D AR asset. It goes back to the URL of the client and actually places that asset into the PDP page, along with the call to actions of launch 3D, launch AR, and see it in your space. So this user journey, but also a client journey, allows clients now to ramp and scale at speed. Where before, the bottleneck of creating 3D and AR assets was cumbersome, it was expensive, it was time consuming. But now with this pivotal moment, with this technology, and we believe we are the leaders in this space globally, and we are working with such large clients who are looking at creating 20, 30, 50, 100,000 assets. The transition over the next 12 to 24 months is that we are going to see probably around 60 to 70% of assets online with the ability of having them in 3D and AR. So what I'd like to do is just kind of run through that customer experience that I've just spoken about on a video. Apologies if there's no sound, but you'll actually get the gist of it. So that just gives you a little bit of insight into the user journey, the customer journey, from a perspective of loading a 3D and AR product. And really what we're seeing there is the ability to actually place products in your surroundings, in your environment, be it a fridge freezer, be it appliance, be it a washing machine, be it a couch, a sofa. We know that IKEA are doing that. We know a lot of their products are in AR, and essentially that's increased their sales, but also the user experience as well. And so really what we're thinking and what we believe is that ability where you can actually physically see your products at speed through a user journey is key. It's key to our clients, but it's also key to the industry. And so really what we're interested in is also to talk about where Google sees AR moving forward. So Google, we're part of, I'm very proud to be actually part of the Google beta program for the AR search. And essentially what Google are saying is this: okay, when the internet started, when really Google became a major search engine, we were indexing your ads. We were indexing your ads in the beginning if you actually put a picture with the ad. So you'd index, you'd actually, on the search term, you'd be placed at the top of the search, at the top of the results. Then Google bought YouTube. And with YouTube, they said, okay, we're going to index all your ads with a YouTube video. You'll actually appear at the top of the results. You can see where this is going. Now, Google are saying, okay, based on where AR is moving to, and based on the technology advancements of phones with Web AR, we are now going to index the ads that have got AR or 3D assets with their product. And so this is huge. This is really a huge shift for Google. They're essentially saying we see the future as AR. We see the future of search and ad placements as AR as well. And so, we are the first to market provider of a scalable solution. That's really key. And that's why we've been chosen by Google to essentially roll out a lot of kind of the indexing within this beta program. The full search is going to go live on the 30th of October with a lot of our clients. And we're going to start to see within Google and within the kind of search results that you'll essentially be searching for, a lot of AR and 3D assets appearing. Now, imagine you're on Google. You're able to actually go into the advert itself. You're able to actually essentially interact and integrate with the asset. So this is taking an example of fridge freezer, which you've seen in the video. Within the ad, you'll be able to turn it, you'll be able to view it, you'll be able to see the door open, you'll be able to essentially launch the product in the ad itself. And the idea is that we want to shorten the funnel. We essentially want to get from ad to purchase as quickly as possible. There's going to be a shift, we believe, in the essentially the user journey from going from an ad to the website, reviews, looking at all the pictures, all the videos, where now they've literally got the product they can launch in their room. So let's take this user journey buying experience as an example. You're being served a banner, or you're on a search engine like Yahoo or Google. You see the fridge, you're interested, you would like to buy now. You can actually interact with that fridge live in that surrounding, in that environment. You can have a call to action where you can actually see it in your space. So you think, this is the fridge I want, fantastic, I've seen it in my pay space, it fits in the kitchen, I'm going to buy it now. You're straight through to the PDP page. You've already seen the product. You don't necessarily need to go to the shop, the brick and mortar area, to go and see the product, because you've seen it in your space, you've seen what it looks like, you've seen the inside of the fridge. You're straight through to conversion. If there's no conversion, we can actually retarget and remarket through cart abandonment as well. But essentially what we're seeing, and the results that we're seeing with our Google Beta program, with the clients that we're currently serving, is that decision-making process within the buying experience for e-commerce clients is becoming shorter. The dwell time on ads with 3D and augmented reality assets embedded inside those adverts is huge. We know that we've got an 11x conversion rate on ads or on assets or on PDP pages with augmented reality and 3D. So essentially, that's where we're seeing the shift. Now, a lot of this product advertising with the 3D AR assets, and essentially in combination as an ecosystem. So remember, we've got the creation of the 3D assets at speed. We've got the creation of the AR assets at speed deployed on the customers' PDP pages with call to actions. We're able to scrape that information and create those assets, huge numbers within a short period of time. We then have the 3D AR assets that we can then use and deploy in our advertising stream, or allow the clients to actually have that as an asset to have an agnostic ad that they can actually serve across Snapchat, serve across Instagram, serve across Facebook. Now, we know with a case study that we performed with Paneria Bread, we actually reached over 9.3 million users with just one simple ad. The click-throughs and swipes was 171,000. Now, this was which was really interesting. The units were shared 47,000 times. Before, with ads or with kind of classic 2D ads, they're not really shared. What we're finding is that with animations, with AR, with augmented reality, with 3D, we're seeing those ads essentially shared across social networks. I see it on LinkedIn every day. I see it in Facebook. I see it in Instagram. We know that it's going to come on TikTok. We know that Snapchat are embracing it as well with the filters for AR as well. So this is a transition. This is the pivotal moment that we see taking place within kind of an AR and 3D ecosystem. So just to kind of recap, essentially, we are disrupting e-commerce by the fact that we can actually now supply e-commerce clients a frictionless AR solution at scale. It's the future of e-commerce. It is allowing clients to essentially, with the hundreds of thousands of products that are available on e-commerce, offer a 3D augmented reality solution that is only going to increase sales between 4 and 12%, decrease returns by 25%, and offer that shorter funnel, the decision-making process and the buyer and user experience to be of a much higher value. So thank you very much for today. I am still available. We've still got a little bit of time on today's meeting to connect, and if you do have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. I've got my colleague Rob Charles on our booth as well, that we're happy to answer any Q&A after this presentation, and we're available for any chats or any meetings you'd like to have a discussion or a kind of deep dive into the technology in a little bit more of a granular basis. So thank you very much, and if there are any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them.